We live. Y'all know how we do. Always pushing help, well, better understand the self, right? So we got Officer Tatum, Alba and Preach. I got a good show for tonight. And I also got Candace Owens. Candace Owens been talking about a lot of death threats going on with her. So we gonna jump into that. I'm gonna let everybody get in. It's crazy that they be a little late every time they announce I'm on. But it's all good. But yeah, y'all know I've been doing that show. I've been doing videos on Officer Tatum pretty heavy, you know. Feel like he be off code. We know he off code, but he be doing other stuff for the higher ups. We know he working for them, but he did a video calling out Abba and Preach because they caught him crying. They caught him with his pants down. He crying when he already said that he would never cry in front of his wife. He did a show, and I did that on one of my shorts. And there, you know, him crying on the shorts. Let me check out the chats real quick. Call Dog, what's up, brother? Always good to see you in the chat, man. Y'all know how we do. I got one for us tonight. And yeah, we're gonna go over some Officer Tatum, but Candace Owens talking about she getting death threats. And we're gonna see if this real. She trying to get attention. What's going on with that? Y'all know I'm gonna start only be pushing our FBA content creators, man. I'm gonna not, you know, content be good, but this month it's all about supporting FBA though. But y'all check this out, man. Officer Tatum, Mr. Talmud, however they call him, Tap Dancing Tatum, all of the nicknames they got for him. I've been Preach just exposed, and we're gonna go over this, and we're gonna go over Candace Owens.
We're laughing at you because you said you would never do this in front of the one person who should be able to see you at your most vulnerable. That's what's absurd. Y'all cry on the internet, but you won't cry in front of your loved ones, and you think that's not mentally unwell. Officer Tatum decided to do a response video sponsored by Israel and AIPAC. And
you know, it's fair game to criticize people. It's fair game. We're internet people. I'm not going to sue nobody over fair criticisms.
For context, in case you aren't aware, we did a video in which we talked about Officer Tatum. There was a viral video going around of him from a podcast 2 years ago where he said,
I would never cry in front of my wife.
Someone asked, what happens if your kid dies? He says, I would try not to cry in front of her. If I go to my father's funeral, I ain't crying, all this stuff. Sure enough, he found out Charlie Kirk passed and turned on his live stream and decided to drop some tears for everybody.
So that's what I'm saying, bro. That I feel like he did that. It just made me feel like I don't even think it was real. I think he just trying to impress his bosses, in my opinion.
People, splice those two together. It was kind of funny to say you would never cry, but then you're on stream crying for the whole world, right? He didn't like that. He was quite upset that we was laughing at that.
I looked a lot different. I started my degree in 1986,
but to take a video from 2 years ago to somehow leverage that to make fun of me for
no, this is what you said. See, people don't be understanding. They be saying stuff on the internet, right? And then they're gonna think we forgot. That's why it's good that we be calling out and pulling up what y'all be saying, because y'all just be running your mouth. We want you to stand on the business that you say. If you say this and you show us different, we don't need to believe you. We don't need to listen to nothing that you talk about. So I appreciate people bringing up what people say and make them stand on. Now, you can always change your opinion on stuff. I'm not saying you can change your opinion, but a lot of these politician people, they be full of, man, he's a politician. Just be saying whatever needs to be said at the time.
Crying, tearing up when Charlie Kirk was murdered is insane to me.
That you're missing the point. The point was not, we're not laughing at you because you're the person that you admired died. We laughed at you because of the irony of, okay, you wouldn't cry in front of someone close to you because someone else close to you would die, but someone that is remote, you're gonna cry in front of the whole world.
Right, man, you gonna cry on TV. Your kid die, you gonna say, I ain't gonna cry, I'm gonna hold myself. But this man died and you act like it was your father or something. That's what we saying.
World. That's the thing that is laughable.
But for you to be so disgusting and you see your friend get murdered on television, I could imagine what that does to his kids. And to try to make fun of somebody for that is the lowest that you can go. This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com, ladies and gentlemen, Black Friday is here. 30% off, up to 60% off.
What the hell did I just notice? What happened?
He's still selling CK gear, bro. He is still, Officer Tatum is like a preacher, bro. He's still out here pandering on this man's name, bro. And then he claimed he gonna get all the money. All the money gonna go to the the TPUSA.
What happened? What kind of jump cut was that?
It's not a jump cut.
It is.
It's not a jump cut. I can play the original video. Watch how he goes from like, how dare you? By the way, why don't you buy these shirts so you can move in style?
But for you to be so disgusting, and you know, I was at his wedding. I know his wife. I could imagine what that does to his kids. And to try to make fun of somebody for that is the lowest that you can go. This video is brought to you by TatumStore.com. TatumStore.com, ladies and gentlemen, Black Friday is here. 30% off, up to 60% off on the entire store. And that means every single product. This section here is for 60% off.
Now, did I edit that shit? Is that me? Bro, what you want me to do? It wasn't me.
This is triggering for him, and I get that. So
that's why he was so triggered. He had to do a merch sale. When I'm triggered, that's what I do too. I'm mourning that my niggas buy my sweatpants so you can stay warm in these cold times.
Don't forget to buy these shirts. Don't forget to buy these shirts. We got the merch. Buy these shirts.
Let me make sure I know exact. 2 years ago about men crying.
They're taking a clip from something I said 2 years ago.
Okay, and why is he saying 2 years ago, right? He's, why would you use something from 2 years ago? All right, he's trying to hint that there's something wrong with doing that.
They're taking a clip from something I said 2 years ago, and which is not 2 years ago. I believe the same thing today, but
so who cares?
Right. Officer Tatum ain't that smart. Y'all see, he's not that smart at all. He got the powers that be on his side. So it's like, but he get caught in so much hypocrisy that it's just, how does he have a following to me? I don't understand how he has a following.
Who cares if it was 2 years ago, 5 minutes ago, 5 years ago? If you still believe the same thing, that means that video is still relevant today. So it doesn't matter. We think it 2 years ago. It doesn't matter.
But why would you use a clip for me from 3 years ago saying I'm an atheist?
Your argument?
I'm still an atheist, but why would you use a clip from 3 years ago saying I'm an atheist? I don't believe in God. I'm never going to believe in God. Why use the clip from 3 years?
Myron, calm down.
Fifth Third Bank keeps your money safe with fraud monitoring and threat blocking.
This is banking. Fifth Third better.
Yeah.
Okay. But we have to appreciate like the fake outrage. The 2 years ago, why would you use a clip from 2 years ago? I still think that today. Then shut the fuck up. Like, why are you acting like you ain't used older clips to make a point against somebody politically? And if you still, and I'm the retard because I remember when we did the other video, I said, to be fair to him, this video was from 2 years ago. Maybe he changed his opinion. And his dumb ass, no, I didn't change my opinion. I still think this, but how could you use it?
Weak men are viewed as unattractive. You can make the argument that crying can be viewed as a weakness.
Listen to what he said. That crying could be. That's what he said. That crying could be a weakness.
Yeah. What? So
you
said you never ever you went outcast on us ever.
Just watch how cowardly he's gonna be. He just doesn't want to own what he's saying.
You say you had men crying for you. That's why you're not with him.
Sometimes I look up videos of like army dads coming.
So you heard that? He said to the woman, "Oh, you saw a man crying in front of you. That's not why you're not with them." Implying that something is wrong with men crying, and that's why a woman wouldn't want to be with them. Keep watching.
Because women judge men very harshly on that. I would never cry for my wife.
You see him say could there? And he would say he would never. And he says women judge men for that.
But I admired the guy that said the reasons why he wouldn't cry, because he needs to be strong for his father. And every man, in my personal opinion, would want to have that perspective.
I will try not to cry in front of anybody. There's compulsion for me to cry at times, and I will not do it in front of people. I saw my father cry one time, and it was at his father's funeral.
So you think if man shows his emotion makes him a less man?
No. I just think men shouldn't do it. I know when emotions happen to me, and I refrain from exposing that emotion in front of people. You say you had men cry in front of you. That's why you're not with
Sometimes I look up videos of like army dads.
We need to just be straight. It is mentally ill
Man,
to believe it's normal to not cry in front of your wife, but it's normal to cry on the internet. Sorry, that's weird.
I gotta agree with them.
Now, I could be generous and say I agree with the sentiment that during a time of crisis, you guys are in the heat of battle. You guys are dealing with something that's an emergency, that you're going to put aside your emotions to deal with what's in front of you. That's a super normal statement.
That's not.
But like, the problem with a lot of these characters, like Tatum, is that they live in absolutism because they're like doing this like alpha male, very strong man, like super traditional fucking cosplay. And it's just not real. It's not in real life. Guess what, guys? Soldiers on deployment, they cry. They might not cry when bullets are flying overhead, but when they get back to the barracks and they deal with the day's stress, maybe not that moment, but the day after or the week after, some of them break down, cry. And if you think the other soldiers are going to look at them like you a bitch, you're crazy. I've seen soldiers, police officers, deal with situations that are completely crazy, and you see them run off to the corner because something is traumatic and they cry. And if you think that other men are like, we can't do our job because one officer over there is tearing, that's not real. And that's why people are laughing at you. It's because you're trying to uphold this image of men that's not real.
Now, I do gotta agree that Officer Tatum has become the laughing stock of the internet, because it's like he always give us some content to expose on. He always doing something to where peddling for the higher up.
Men are human. We deal with stressful situations the way that you were dealing with Charlie Kirk. And sometimes we break down and we can't control it the way you're pretending you can. We're laughing because there's hubris in thinking you're going to control grief. You're going to control all your emotions whenever you want. That's how you were talking. We're laughing at you because you said you would never do this in front of the one person who should be able to see you at your most vulnerable. That's what's absurd. Y'all cry on the internet, but you won't cry in front of your loved ones. And you think that's not mentally unwell. I don't even care. And personally, I know Preach is not like this. Preach says, I don't want to see you cry online, whatever. He doesn't like that shit. I personally don't care. I just think this standard of like, I won't cry in front of the people who've known me my whole life, but I'll cry for strangers. My wife will be destabilized because she sees me. Do you not understand that women are not retarded creatures? That women can also be tough during stressful times? That women can sometimes be your rock when you're going through something? It's not just one-way street.
Listen, bud, what I understand from this is this: you lied, or you thought you was that one and you're not. Kid would die, you would cry, and I think that's okay. If your dad would die, he would cry, and if not, but you cry for you're weird, extremely weird. And right now, you even see this and you don't comprehend that, because I understand the triggers, whatever.
Oh, you're being generous. You're being generous.
I'm always a generous one.
Yeah, you're being very generous.
Yes, very.
This is how you frame it.
The reason why he's doing that is he's triggered because there was laughter, there was his friend. But no, you would cry. If you cried for that, you would cry for your.
He was not his friend, bro. First off, Officer Tatum was the urban something director. So his job, look at the title of his job. It was like an urban communication director. This is what he said his job was. His job was to be black and to speak to black people. That was his job. You wasn't friends with none of them people up there, bro. Stop acting like it's like saying that whenever you worked at a job or something, the people that you work with, you were their friends. You wasn't their friend. You was a employee of them. You know, I'm not trying to say why he cried it, but he's pushing it to push that narrative to cry. Them people wanted you to cry on
family.
This is how you dodge accountability. You frame it against the argument that you think you can win against, which is like moral outrage. Oh, they laughed at me. Listen, if we were laughing at people because they were mourning the death of Charlie Kirk, I would have made videos about Megyn Kelly. I would have made videos about all the other content creators. We didn't. So to pretend like people just want to laugh at you because you cried, that's you just being a victim. You enjoy that because it's the one road you can win down. You didn't mention any of the things that we said, which is fine. You just went, oh, can you believe that they laughed at the death of and Massa is so good to me, and they cried, they laughed. You want to buy my shirt? $5.99. Man, it's Charlie Kirk. That's what he did. He did a performance, and he was gripping people emotionally, right? And it's funny to me because I grew up in this internet age where I heard how fucking emotional libtards are and everything like that. But you realize like these motherfuckers, they all love to do this victim shit whenever they get criticized.
What if your kid died?
That's a different thing. I mean, I would try not to cry in front of my wife.
All right,
if my kid.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
He would not try to cry in front of his wife.
I have never, and my wife has never seen me cry. I've never cried in front of my wife.
You think that the whole internet saw you, dude? The person that is the most close to you is not going to see it, but you can expose yourself like an up-and-coming model to everybody else.
My God, you're just not conservative enough. You're not conservative enough because conservative women don't have internet. What's that talking about?
I heard a guy say this, is that when my father passes away, which everybody's parent is going to pass away, I'm not going to cry at his funeral.
So as you listen to it, I said, I saw a clip of a guy say that I'm not going to cry at my dad. I didn't say I wasn't going to cry at my dad's funeral. I said the guy that I admired had said this. I didn't say I wouldn't cry at my dad's funeral. I just said I'm not going to do it in front of my wife. I go cry on my own. I didn't say I wouldn't cry at my dad's funeral. I just said I'm not going to do it in front of my wife.
Is your wife not going to be at your dad's funeral?
No. You know why?
So he's trying to walk back the statement, right? He's doing this cowardly thing where he's trying to run away from what he said. He's like, no, I never said I wouldn't cry at my dad's funeral. Okay, well, what if your wife's there? What, are you going to run and hide in a corner to cry at your dad's? I don't know, bro. Y'all try to make sense of this for me. I don't really understand it, but let's keep watching.
But when stuff hit the road, I need to be strong for my wife. That's all I said. But you don't get your lick back.
This is a sickness.
4 million people saw you.
For me,
pause.
You suffer. I think you suffer in silence. That's what I think.
Hey man, this is the loudest silence I ever heard in my life.
No man,
it was
not
snotty.
They put on the bottom of the picture, sponsored by Israel and APAC. He is sponsored by them, though, for real, y'all. He's definitely everything they do. They back him.
It was. Listen, I need to call the Merriam Dictionary because I don't think that shit's included in silence.
I'm a cry on my own. 4 million people see you.
I was in the military.
But your wife, God forbid your wife sees you.
Yeah.
But 4 million randoms? What are we even discussing right now?
All right, let's finish this clip. I'll move on from Officer Talman. I thought it was meme music at first. I didn't realize.
Think about this.
Think about that.
He gonna talk about
Thank you.
The urban.
Shout out to Walter. He might be a potato, but he definitely gave us some great quotes.
Now, I have cried multiple times because of Charlie's death. The only reason I could have turned the feed off, been like, I'm gonna turn the feed off. The only reason I didn't is because I wanted people to understand the raw emotion of what happened with Charlie and that they weren't alone in that particular situation. That for what people were feeling when Charlie died, they weren't alone.
Yeah, he gonna talk about how he was the urban director for TPUSA, right? Which meaning he was just selected because he was black. Watch this.
If you guys aren't aware, so Charlie Kirk was in the hospital after getting shot. People didn't even know if he passed away yet, but he was in critical condition. This man jumped on a live stream to talk about it. Everyone's different. Personally, if my good friend Preach gets shot, I ain't gonna run to you niggas to talk about it. I don't know. I'm not selling t-shirts right after. Everyone's different though. Grieve however you want.
I am. Hey, all right. You get on
Yo,
and you buy the shirt.
If I'm about to pass away and you on stream already getting them AdSense dollars, yeah, I'm gonna come for you as a ghost. Now he's saying he finds the news out and he starts crying. And now he's like, yeah, the reason why I allowed myself to cry on stream is because like I knew people were sad. And I knew like right when they all found out, like I found out, they needed to see me tear up. Don't make it this convoluted thing. Don't try to treat yourself like a hero. You were human. You found out some bad news. You cried. Now you're trying to rewrite history and be like, I knew that everyone needed to see me cry on camera. Guys,
you are not alone.
And let's say I agree with you. Let's say I agree with you that people needed to be seen, right? That's what you're saying right here.
Because I wanted people to understand the raw emotion of what happened with Charlie and that they weren't alone in that.
The person who caused the accident doesn't want you to know this. You should never sue them if you want to potentially get paid a huge check quickly.
And if you lose your dad or your kid, you don't think your wife wants to know that too? So you want to give that emotion to strangers. You want to make sure that they know that they're not alone, that they're suffering. You understand it.
Thank you.
But your wife, who's lost the same child you just lost, you won't cry in front of her. Make that make sense, guys. He wants to comfort strangers, but he don't think he should.
But he doesn't want to find comfort in his wife.
In that particular situation. That for what people were feeling when Charlie died, they weren't alone. And so that I just told him, I didn't tell him to cut the feed. But to try to make a joke out of this and to try to act like it's crazy, man. Because one day, one of these guys are going to lose somebody that they care about, and people are going to make fun of them. And to me, it's really nothing to make fun of because I don't really kill them. If I want to do it, I can do it if I want to. And if I said that and I do something different later because I changed my mind, that's on me.
But you didn't change your mind. You said you still believe what you believed 2 years ago. So why you bring that up?
They're taking a clip from something I said 2 years ago, and which is not 2 years ago. I believe the same thing today. But my wife has never.
You know, you guys. I'll tell y'all, these people will just rewrite narratives. They'll rewrite reality. They don't care, and they'll just start rolling with the lie and try to have you argue with their lies. What he said is just made up. Nobody laughing at you because you're mourning something. You'll have to do that because you
know what it makes me think of?
Go.
It makes me think of.
Now they didn't play the part where he said how he was the urban director for TPUSA, letting us know that his job was to talk to black people. That's what his whole job was at TPUSA, bro.
When you watch Pop the Balloon, and then they pop the balloon.
But speaking of Kirk, right? Let me get off Tatum for right now, right? We got Candace Owens is now saying that she can be the next victim. She feel like they're trying to, turn her TV off. Check this out. She gave a speech, and shout out to get his name right, Waters. Anytime you got Waters in your name, bro, you got to get it. But this is
beyond that. I've shared more information with the public regarding the Brigitte story I was investigating at the time of Charlie's assassination. This is all available on my Instagram stories. Thank you all for reaching out and praying to my family. Your Instagram stories? You put it on your Instagram stories? You couldn't even put it on a post or make a reel or something like that? They make it real easy. The stories, though?
We gonna see what she's talking about with all of this. Gotta hit on her.
Shout out to all the subscribers and the members here on the channel. Don't forget to like the video. My name is Reese Waters, and I'm troubled. Now, Candace Owens, ever since they packed up your Blexit tour from the HBCUs, you've been kind of quiet. You've been kind of quiet, and I don't like it because we already lost one of our other insider troublemakers in Marjorie Taylor Greene. What you got going on? Urgent. 2 days ago, I was contacted by a high-ranking employee of the French government, Jean Renault. Was it Jean Renault, the professional? No. Gerard Depardieu? Okay, I'll keep reading. After determining this person's position and proximity to the French couple, I have deemed the information they gave me to be credible enough to share publicly in the event that something happens. In short, this person claims that the Macrons have executed upon and paid for my assassination. Yes, you read that correctly. Wait, so the couple that is suing you now put a hit out on you? Well, why wouldn't they just do that? Why would they sue you first? Because it's hot now. Like, it's hot now. What, like, I wouldn't do that in a role-playing game. I wouldn't sue you first. All right, I keep reading. More specifically, that the green light was given to a small team in National Gendarmerie Intervention Group. I'm told there is one Israeli that is on this assassination squad, and the plans were formalized. Was this like was this almost like a Mad Libs? Like you had to put an Israeli in there just to make sure you check all your boxes? No, it was good. You got them all in. You sure you don't want to put no Black Lives Matter people on the team?
What you mean, man? Far left wing channel here. What you talking about? Reese Waters, or you talking about Abba and Preach, bro? Who you talking about? I know you talking about Water God.
Because that will be a full Candace pack. Again, this person provided concrete proof that they are well placed within the French government apparatus. Further to this point, this person claims that Charlie Kirk's assassination trained with the French Legion 13th Brigade with multi-state involvement. Now, wait a minute. Now it's involved with Charlie Kirk. Because that was Israel. First you came out, that was Israel. And then you talked about our administration being involved. Is it like a multinational situation? Is it like a French-Israeli expat to the United States kind of thing? Almost like Neapolitan ice cream, if it was an assassin. Journalist Xavier Poussard's life is also at risk. This is deadly serious. The head of state of France apparently wants us both dead and has authorized professional units to carry this out. I ask that every person retweet and share this. I do not know who in the American government can be trusted, since this source claims our leaders are aware, but I have more specific information, which is definitely verifiable should they care to reach out to me. Okay, so just so we're clear. So our administration is definitely aware. They are aware. Apparently they have not reached out to you. So it sounds like the assumption you're putting down is they are on board. That's what it sounds like you are saying. No, I got no problem with that. I got no problem with that. I was wondering when you was going to loop them in. They were sitting there waiting to be, you know what I mean? No, that's good. I like that. To the brave official in France who did this because they were so moved by the evil of Charlie's public execution to risk their own life, may God bless you truly. Let all be revealed.
Now, I don't know. Now, Candace is good at getting attention. What's up? Sulani Tani, I like that. I just learned. I've been looking up on that Sulani. I've been hearing a lot about it. But Candace Owens is real good at getting people's attention. So I don't know. This may be, to get people talking about it, or it could be real.
Now, let me first say that I certainly don't want to see any more violence of the kind that we saw earlier this year, and it would be extremely damaging to our political discourse if this were to bear itself out. So I certainly hope that this is not the case, or that this is a plot that has been foiled or canceled, whatever the case may be. And to that end, I would like to second this referral. Candace, I hope you read this. In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a U.S. military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a max security prison. Today, still wanted men. They survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, no one else can help. Contact the A-Team. You think they're still out there? I think they are. I think they are. And by the way, Candace, if the A-Team is in fact retired, I'm pretty sure Blank Man
I see
is still active.
For you.
The hell is this? The circus in town, man? Get out of here before I hurt you.
Let the lady go.
This is effing wild. I'm hoping this isn't true, but if it is, they should know that taking out Candace Owens will turn all of us into Candace Owens. Who? They. What? So I gotta wear White Lives Matter shirts? Is that what you're saying? I tell you this, ain't no way my baby shower gonna look like that. I know that. The French government waking up and seeing Candace Owens claim that they plan to assassinate her. Well, that's not fair. That's not fair. I don't agree with that one. They definitely know. They definitely know who she is.
Now, I don't know. I don't think that it's just too much for them to try to take her out. I don't believe that. Ethiopian like Nip. You shut up. But I will say this though. I am interested to see what them people got to say about all of these claims she putting out, because she definitely on that side of the right. She on your boy AI, whoever.
They definitely know who she is. Sadly, a lot of us can't avoid that. I have informed people in the federal government and the White House of the France and Israeli assassination plot, and am willing to provide full details as well as the name of the assassins and international accounts in France and Canada through which the money was exchanged. What? I got a question. So you were able to get the name of the assassins and the accounts through which money was exchanged, but they are unable to formulate and carry out a plan. If you got the names, they need to retire. You know what I mean? They need to pack them up. Pack them up. They can't call themselves assassins. You have all that information and we ain't seen nor heard from them yet.
He got a fire blazer on. I like that blue blazer though. I may have to grab that from him.
Wait, no waiting, boy.
Beyond that, I've shared more information with the public regarding the Brigitte story I was investigating at the time of Charlie's assassination. This is all available on my Instagram stories. Thank you all for reaching out and praying to my family.
So I ain't going for it. I think it's good attention. I ain't going for it. I think she already got them white people on her side. So she got the complexion for the protection. Her husband white. He Jewish. I don't feel like this is all I feel like talk. But I am gonna get on some FBA business, y'all. Y'all know we gotta stand on it. But I'm gonna get into my brotherhood smart, man. They talking about, and shout out to Black Alpha Network. We got a CIA. I'm gonna get into this. We got a guy who is in the CIA trying to disrupt FBA, trying to say that FBA is the CIA and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get into that. But let's see what our brotherhood smart talking about. Because he definitely having another one of those moments where he talk about FBA and who the real Americans in here. But check this out. No. Oh, smart. So check it out. Let's get it.
Got 7 people in here. Wait till a few more of the regulars pop in. We'll get started. Okay, so Detroit pulled it off. All right. Did that. But when they get caught up in these scandals, I'm talking these politics have nothing to do with you. Nothing at all. There's no reason for you to even be making tweets about our politics. But here you are getting in the mix, trying to say everybody's from Africa, trying to act like you voted, trying to change the rhetoric. These motherfuckers, they scamming. What about the Haitians? Oh, don't get me started on the Haitians. You know, we was having a good day today. You know what I'm saying? So what about the Haitians? You know, the Haitians, they're having a rough patch right now. I'll probably get to them later on tonight. Especially after the I think she's the senator or the Republican who got caught for fraud. Yeah, she got caught. Yeah, she got caught for scamming. Ooh, perfect timing. No, they got me started, Jessica. Perfect timing. Oh, I can't wait. Boy, I can't wait till I get to tonight. You know, I didn't put my thoughts together just yet, but when I just figured it out today. When I put my thoughts together, boy, I'm coming on back on tonight and I'm ripping their ass up. Sape say, no boule. Yeah, nigga. Out there scamming and shit. We told y'all niggas. Yeah, we told y'all niggas, y'all better tighten up. Out here trying to act like y'all niggas is, you know, these macho big groups and shit like that, knowing damn well. No.
Now I'm gonna get into the CIA, but this is a point because this dude, his name is Mr. Small. He claiming that the FBA is ran by the CIA, but actually he the CIA. I'm gonna get into that.
But damn well, y'all niggas. No, damn well, y'all niggas get caught all the damn time. Right. And here's the thing. When they come over here to represent being Haitian or being whatever, being Jamaican, being African, and they win an award, they always shouting out, I'm African. Oh, big praise for Haiti. Big praise for Jamaica. Yeah, a Jamaican did that. A Haitian did that. But when they get caught up in these scandals, when they get caught up in these scandals, you don't hear nothing from them. Oh, no, why do we have to take accountability for what that person did? Oh, you sure did take accountability when the person won the award, though. Yeah, when the person won the award, you took full accountability. Y'all put y'all Haitian flag so high in the air, y'all Jamaican flag. As soon as they say a Jamaican or African that got caught scamming, y'all put them flags back down and hide them and act like it wasn't one of y'all niggas. Come on now. Come on, man. What are we doing? What are we doing? Take full responsibility for your people. And the thing about it is they will make us take full responsibility all the time. Let that have been a Black American. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. They would have ripped us a new one.
Of course.
They would have ripped us a new one. It was a Black American.
Looks like
D, what's going on, brother? Talk to me.
Now this is the CIA. This is the CIA guy who's really trying to take down this FBA rhetoric. I'm gonna let y'all let him speak. But he's a part of the same scam. I think he got some Caribbean blood in him. I'm gonna let Black Alpha Network say, but this is what they do. Now they got the CIA involved with us. Check this out. Let me just start that. Check out what this man is doing to the people.
They can possibly find to get the hell away from Africa, and you want us to go over there. Watch him, family. And then I want you to look up here in the top that these organizations I'm talking about have all been connected to who? To the United Nations and to the United States government. Who gave you the bag, James? Let's go.
I'm Professor James Small. I'm the CEO of the African American Management Company, Ghana Limited. We are the owners of the Sana Lodge Hotel in Cape Coast. I'm also CEO of African Heritage Cultural Tours, who've been bringing tourists to Ghana for 40 years. And we have brought many investors to Ghana. We think, my corporations and I think, Ghana is the best investment deal in Africa.
So y'all see his money is tied into bringing Black people to Ghana. So this is why he don't like FBA, because his money is tied in. They paying these people to be directing us with this African stuff and trying to get us over there. So listen to him. That business will let you know everything.
Right now and for the future. Ghana is burgeoning and growing. It's building an infrastructure to support the kind of business and on-the-ground new entrepreneurial development that one would want. So please, look to Ghana for investment. Look to...
How many of y'all gonna take up on the offer? Since we got a bunch of foundationals in the house tonight, how many of y'all is gonna take up on the offer? Y'all going to Ghana? You gonna invest?
Now, like he's saying that, we already could tell this is why he's trying to throw us a loop, saying the FBA is the CIA. But he really the CIA. The CIA want to direct you back to Africa. Watch this.
In Ghana, I want to know. I seriously want to know how many of y'all want to go to Ghana and spend these awful, god-awful prices to go hang out with Scam Africanism. And notice, y'all, he said we, I mean me. Which one is it, James? Is it you or your handler? Because remember, your ideology has consistently worked with the dominant society. You ain't gonna project all of that collaboration on me. Again, y'all know how I do. Let me report from the streets. That is a no, 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 hell no, bout ain't, bout won't, bout can't. There you go, family. Foundationals have spoken. Lineage is in. Scam Africanism is out. Tell us more, James.
Growing. It's building an infrastructure to support the kind of business and on-the-ground new entrepreneurial development that one would want. So please, look to Ghana for investment. Look to...
Anytime, people, we got Dr. Umar Johnson. Anytime, bro, you got people that's on this Pan-Africanism, and the people in Africa be telling you this. I did a video on this. They telling us that these guys be scamming. It's easier to scam over there than it is over here.
Ghana to recreate yourself as a business if you're moving from the UK or America or the Caribbean. And I think you will find that Ghana will be rewarding in terms of your possibilities. Thank you very much.
Right there.
I'm Professor James.
Y'all, Black Out, bring it back.
Thank you very much.
Right there, y'all. You see that? That's at the end of his commercial. And by the way, did he not look stiff as hell? Did he look like he was reading the script? He lightweight looked a little fruit roll up, but I ain't gonna go there. Somebody else in the chat went there. You said it. I ain't said it. Nah, fuck it. We both said it.
Yeah.
But fam, you see that right there? One more time. Look at this, fam. Here we go. You see at the end of his little speech, that right there. Those are all of those businesses and those collaborators that he's working with that sponsor all of this. Fam, there they go right there. There they go. There you want it. I got it. Whatever you want, I'm going to bring it. This is how we're going to do it, y'all. There you go. We ain't even got to go deep for these receipts. Here's the thing, James, if you're going to have something that you're doing out here, please make receipts hard to find. Don't do no weird, cringy ass thing. Come to Ghana. Ghana would be good for you. Ghana's nice. They don't wear deodorant in Ghana. Their asses can't swim in Ghana. Their asses is running from the dominant society.
Well, y'all can see why FBA is a problem for him. Because it's going to get everybody mindset on, you know, we need to correct our land. This our land. You know, nobody would never leave because we're going to be like, you know what? We're trying to build here. We're trying to build America. This is our homeland. They want us to feel like that's our homeland and we need to go back.
You're hugging on the dominant society. Just do that, okay? And just let it be known. Because if I'm looking right here, I'm looking clear as day that your organizations that you sitting there talking about, they're all right there. There you go. Ghana Beyond Aid. I just showed you Ghana Beyond Aid. Did I not? Yes, the hell I did. There you go. Look who Ghana Beyond Aid is working for. That's who made that damn cringe commercial. That's who's behind him trying to get us to go to Africa. That's why he's mad at Tariq. That's why he's mad at you. That's why he's mad at us. Because we ain't going over there and that damn money dried up. And all them damn handlers are telling you even more. There you go again. I'll let you know how we rocking. And we rocking full time. Look at this one right here, family. Easy as day. Easy as day. You see it. Sustainable Development Goals. Right there. That's one of the organizations you see highlighted at the bottom. Who are they working with? The United Nations. Now, I just seen an interview with James Smalls, and he was telling me that the United Nations wasn't worth nothing. Must be worth enough for you to work for him, James. Must be worth enough for you to work for him, partner. Yeah, you don't want to go there, though, do you?
Now, the United Nations is the same people that get these Africans and pledge our government to send money to other countries. United Nations. So we know they've been
about to go there. Matter of fact, we are already there right goddamn now. Easy work. Family, you see what I'm talking about. They see what we're talking about. Now watch this man try to dump foundational Black Americans on the corner and try to uplift and elevate all of these other individuals. We ain't going for it. Let's rock.
And even though we don't.
Thank you so much. So, Prof, as we segue into, so Prof, I don't know whether you're active online and in social media, but if you are, you've probably seen this petty beef, between Africans and African Americans, and
you have to rephrase that. Some Africans and some.
Yes, some, very few. But you see, the problem is, Prof. And like, I don't know if I told you this when we were speaking on the phone, but if I didn't, let me tell you that even if it's few, because you told me it's 99% of us who are on the right track, and it's 1% who are on the wrong track and who are really spewing a lot of divisive messages. But that 1%, Prof, is very, very consistent online. I mean, you would think that.
Yeah. But the reason they are.
Stop. You gonna do an interview with Mr. Mutombo 748, and you gonna throw us under the bus? Family, did I not just show y'all a few days ago that tether that was trying to come after me on the side of Wale? And you see these people always run to the Africans to throw us under the bus. This guy can't even talk. I think I seen this guy, no lie, on TikTok. You giving interviews to TikTok tethers, James? This is how bad it's gotten, James? You done fell off and crashed out so bad that TikTok tether number 748 got an interview? No wonder you ain't even got lint in your damn pocket. That stuff done ran away from you. Because don't nobody rock with you nor your ideology. It is what it is, bruh. Look at dude's hairline. His hairline looks like it's doing a damn wave at a damn football stadium. This is a soccer field he got on his head. This is who you doing interviews with? I heard that there's a beef between us. Ain't no damn beef. It's jealousy of foundational Black Americans. No more, no less. Now watch James come in with all his excuses.
And y'all see how, because when I did a video on just talking about our accomplishment, they be coming in the comment section. Did y'all see how Elon Musk made everybody put they on X? He made it where their location is on any post that they're doing. And we seeing this a lot of people from across the seas doing all of this Black on Black division, right? It's the same thing that's happening with FBA. They doing the same thing. They're paying people to want to discredit FBA, making their own lineage so they can't be ran by no political party.
Because they're busy fighting their game and we're busy reacting to their game. Let's fight our game. Let's tell our story. Let's talk about Africa. Let's talk about African Caribbeans, African Americans, African Latinos, and how we are striving to get closer and work together, how our cultures have survived all over the world, how our cultures survived from Brazil to Puerto Rico to Cuba to Jamaica to Haiti to South Carolina to Mississippi to Alabama. Why don't we tell our side? And yes, we were there before Columbus, but we were everywhere before Columbus. So why is it so important that we were in North America? We were.
Boy, what the hell you just say, James? Did this man just go out of his way to disrespect our indigenous status? Fam, what did I tell y'all? What did I say? I told everybody. I said they hate your indigenous status. They can't stand it. Oh, no, you didn't, James. Hell no. Family, let's talk. I told everybody, and I've been saying this for the longest amount of time, they cannot stand us being indigenous.
Does it make sense for him to say we were indigenous everywhere in the world, but it's not that important that we were indigenous here. That's letting me know the scam is in effect. Because why, if we were indigenous from everywhere, why do you have a problem with FBA then? You shouldn't have no issues. You don't like the FBA movement, bro, because it's taken away from your business. It's taken away from what you're doing and your connections with the higher up.
I'm talking about the Africans. Africans can't stand an indigenous foundational Black American. Notice, fam, that was his first answer. The first sentence he gave, and the first thing he does is like, oh, we was everywhere. What? Who's we, first off? Ain't no goddamn we. Okay, it's foundational Black Americans. But it's funny that they'll tell us we're not indigenous. Now they're saying that we're all indigenous. You see how they're trying to share our indigenous with everybody? Well, we was here first and there first and there first. Damn all of them. I'm talking about right here, foundations. And we ain't no Africans. All right, so you can put all the African stuff on the corner, on the side. You can watch it. But I'm going to tell you one thing for certain is that we are foundational Black Americans with the emphasis on America. And I want y'all to notice how he comes out the gate and he starts trying to throw darts at us being indigenous. Is this the new play now, y'all? Is this the new play where they just say, well, everybody's indigenous? See, these scam Africans jump all over the damn place. 1 minute it's we as Africans. Next minute it's we as indigenous people. Then it's we as humans. Then everybody. And since y'all talk about indigenous everywhere, then how come y'all don't ever go claim W's? Go over there to the trailer park, okay? Go pick you up one of those meth pipes, sit down next to meth head Melissa or meth head Matthew, okay? Or fentanyl Fred. Go ahead and have a conversation and tell them that y'all all the same. Quit telling us. Quit telling Black Americans that we Africans. Don't tell Europeans. Them is y'all neighbors. Them is the ones y'all love. Them is the ones y'all build big ass statues of in your homeland, and that you come over here and you team up with them against us. If everybody's all indigenous and we all just one big human, then go tell that to the trailer park. Oh, you ain't gonna do that to the trailer park, huh? You ain't gonna do that because you scared of them, because you know they might whip out that damn bamboo stick. They might spray your ass with some Diddy oil and then crack you across the back of the neck 4 times. Yeah, watch it. Put respect on our name, especially our foundational Black American indigenous culture. We cook it. Let's go.
In South America, we were in Brazil, we were in Cambodia, we were in China. And so what we're dealing with, you've always had those who was ashamed of being African. But it isn't just that. A part of it is a reaction between what we call the immigrant ideology versus an indigenous ideology. The African
Stop. An indigenous ideology. An indigenous ideology is what we have. We don't have an immigrant ideology. We don't have an African. Fam, he just said indigenous, try to tie us back into the immigrants and the Africans. And
because even the Aboriginals of Australia, if y'all see the Black people that's in the Australian island where they got blonde hair, you got your UK, your Ireland Black people. You're not even going after them and telling them that they need to be claiming Africa. It's a lot of people. When you go, Jamaican call themselves Jamaican. Haitians call themselves Haitian. Everybody else call themselves what their country is. You know what I mean? So let me let them go with the eye butt.
By the way, don't this sound like some all lives matter? Fam, are they more all lives matter than Black lives matter? Fam, every time these Pan-Africans talk, he just said Cambodia. What the hell Cambodia got to do with me? What the hell the Philippines got to do with me? He just said we everywhere. This is all lives matter. Remember, y'all, in the system, in the ideology of Pan-Africanism, there's no borders. We're all just one big Negro. That's what it is. There's no borders. You can be Cambodian, Filipino, Brazilian. You can be everything. Fam, why do I need Mr. Mayo to tell me all lives matter when Mr. James Smalls is telling me all lives matter? This is all lives matter policy. Go ahead and connect yourself to Pan-Africanism. And you see right here, Pan-Africanism means everybody. He just told you. He just said we was everywhere first. We got everybody in us. We all.
Pan-Africanism is just a way to just scam Black people. Get them over there. It's a way you can scam. It's an easy scam too, because you're gonna say all us from Africa, right? Let me let them go.
One, me, you, and everybody. No, we done made this precise, condensed, FBA, lineage only. If you ain't rocking with it, you better rock the hell on out. Go to one of them places, James. Go be a Filipino. Go be a Cambodian. Go be a Brazilian and get the hell out of FBA, Foundational Black America. How about that one? Since you got so much of a problem with your immigrant ideology.
Africans who have been in America for the last 500 years feel that the Africans who come to America in the last 5 years do not ally themselves with them, but ally themselves with our enemies. That's what's at the crux of this.
Call them out.
All right? It isn't just the denial. And so, and it isn't.
No. You better run that stuff back. I know what you're about to do because I seen Dr. Umar do the same thing. Y'all notice whenever they got a problem with FBA, they exaggerate it, start saying things like CIA and FBI. But what he's about to say right here is the same exact thing that Dr. 550-pound Kubar Vasquez said. Kubar, I'm making live streams from my mama's basement, Vasquez. They always talk about the immigrant African comes over here and sides with the dominant society, and they glaze it. They talk right over it, move right around it, and don't acknowledge it. Fam, what is more off code than teaming up with the system of supremacy in a dominant society? I don't see Pan-Africans calling that out enough for me. As a matter of fact, I see them making excuses. They talk all that talk about Black Americans don't want to connect with Africans, but yet they see the Africans team up with the W's and they make it a cool thing. Again, focusing on me, you need to worry about them over there. We know that, James. You ain't got to tell us, but it seems like you cool with it because guess what you did, Mr. James? I'm going to tell y'all right now why James Smalls is absolutely positively okay with all of the Africans teaming up with the dominant society because it looks like he's been teaming up with the dominant society. We working. Let's go back to it. This is him right here. And watch him say, basically, it's okay if immigrants come over here and team up with white folks. No, the hell.
You know why? Because Dr. Umar said the same thing about FBA. Like, you shouldn't even, it messes up their money. It's something that got to do with they don't like us being delineating because why would you care about somebody just trying to represent from being the Aboriginal to the land? And you will call it divisive and you Black.
It ain't. And we gonna delineate that.
Isn't that the Africans who are arriving lately is allying themselves with our enemies because they don't perceive, just like we don't know our history in America. How do we expect the guy from Kenya or Nigeria to know the African American history? We don't know the history.
He's laughing. He laughed at it, y'all. Fam, my foundational Black American brothers and sisters.
We know
James Smalls is laughing at you right now. Pan-Africans are laughing. They talking about Africans coming over here and teaming up with the dominant society and they laughing at it. They think it's a game. They think it's a joke. They think what we have created by all the brothers and sisters who were in the streets putting in work, all the brothers and sisters that was fighting the fight, all the brothers and sisters who had to wake up and deal with supremacy in the belly of the beast. We ain't got a billion of us over in one continent getting whooped up on by 3 Jackie Chan.
And I did a video saying how the Black Panther Party was in so many different states, so many different countries, okay? 48 different states. They was in Africa, they was in Australia, they was in UK, they was in everywhere, Asia. So we know how it looks like. Pan-Africanism is not it. We've seen what the Black Panther Party was probably the strongest, the closest to probably taking over the higher ups. And they had to get them out of there. But this Pan-Africanism is government. It's CIA written all over it.
Who are 3 foot tall. We over here dealing with these folks. And he's laughing. He thinks it's possibly the best thing that could ever happen. This is how Pan-African views you. This is how it views our history. And by the way, he said we don't know our history. Who? Shit, you better check again. You better take another look. We know our history. You don't want to accept it. But this is Pan-Africanism, fam. If an African comes over here to team up with white folks, that's okay. Because he himself has been teaming up with white folks. We see over you, there. James. We see you. And you getting regulated. Let's go.
And it isn't that the Africans who are arriving lately is allying themselves with our enemies. Because they don't perceive, just like we don't know our history in America. How do we expect the guy from Kenya or Nigeria to know the African American history? We don't know the history.
We know.
So our people come, they're trying to ally themselves with the advantage.
estilo.
Freeze. Fam, let me get back to work. Hold up. Let me let that BS run. Look, fam, I want everybody to notice that he just sat there and just pissed on foundational Black Americans. Just straight out in the open. Just didn't give a damn, fam. He said, well, y'all just out there. Y'all don't know your history. Fam, did he even address that? Did he really face it? Did he really call Africans out? See, the thing is, fam, they hate Black Americans. I'm just going to say it. Okay, Pan-Africans hate Black Americans, and they try to project that onto us. Whatever an African says about you is really how they feel about you. They just don't want to say it's them, okay?
You would never hear a Pan-Africanism, especially if they pushing that in America. They cannot align themselves with FBA because it just is not going to get them no money at all. Everybody got to denounce. They got to really call out FBA. They got to really get these guys on some type of African something going on. This is what the CIA pushing. This is my opinion. I believe they got to get us on some type of African strategy, or it's gonna hurt America.
You understand that, y'all? All that xenophobic, that's them. All that hate group, that's them. All that cult, that's them. How about you get xenophobic towards the damn colonizer? How about you become a hate group against the colonizer? I'm still waiting on you to do it, but you ain't gonna do it. You see right there, fam, he just laughed at us, y'all. He was like, well, it is what it is now. It is what it is. Yep, well, I'm gonna tell you what is what it is. What it is that delineation got you broke right now. It got you broke. And all of them think it's possibly the best thing on the planet Earth and absolutely okay to undermine us and to disrespect us. The days of the disrespect are over. I've been saying it for the longest amount of time, y'all. The disrespect is over. These people can't handle it, but they're going to have to deal with it. You got to understand this, okay? What we're witnessing right now, my good brothers and sisters, what we're witnessing right now is the turning of the guard. And I'm going to frame this for you guys. What we're seeing is what we did not see post-civil rights era. Post the 1970s. Remember all the motion we had during the 1970s? All the brothers and sisters that was putting in work? What did the dominant society do? They go and get them some Pan-Africans. Yep. They got them some boulets, some sellouts, and they turned the tide away from the grassroots that was established significantly during the civil rights era. And they inserted the Pan-Africans and the Boule, and they took us in those, disallowing that to happen for our feet went down.
I tell you, the Boule definitely is not on. When you in the Boule, and I did this on my live, you can't be domestic. You can't be in other countries like that. They only want you in America because this is what Steve Coakley was telling us, that they'll take you out because they don't want you getting that international vibe or that international take on really what's going on. So for them to keep you where they want you is no domestic stuff.
We went down that path of Pan-Africanism popped up and it disrupted us, okay? Boule popped up and it disrupted us, right? That's not happening right now. You're seeing right now the dying arms and hands of Pan-Africanism trying to disrupt us and pull us in the same direction they did in the 1980s. And we're not allowing it. So I want all of y'all to applaud yourself, fam. You got to be stronger than ever. You got to be on business more than ever. You got to push principle. If you see anybody disrespecting the lineage, you got to. If you got one iota rider in you, you better get it out. This is the time. Right now, we are molding and shaping the future. The future doesn't just get shaped just because. It's how you mold it. And we're not allowing these individuals to do any of that. We're not going in that lane. So right now, we're making history. And it's a beautiful thing, fam. This history will be respected. So if you see James Smalls right there, he's talking like Dr. Umar. Interview after interview after interview, I see Pan-Africans make excuses for Africans coming over here and teaming up with the dominant society. And that's wrong on all accords, according to their own charter. Fam, how un-black is that? How un-black is that? You notice, fam, they kick this black unity, but yet they're okay with African immigrants teaming up with white people. See, that's a contradiction. On one hand, you're telling me it's such a dreaded bad thing about the system of supremacy and we black Americans need to save them, but yet they come over here and get with the dominant society and everybody cool with it. No, This is it right now, y'all. The time is now. We've been telling everybody right here on the Black Alpha Network, smash that like button. We in here, share this video. We got it all bubbling. I got some people coming through, by the way. We got some guests coming through, by the way. So I'm just gonna let y'all know because I'm used to having a family affair. And if we're gonna roast the family. I told y'all, a family that delineates together stays together, and we staying together. And we getting all of them out. Damn Pan-Africanism, damn Pan-Africans. Y'all scams and ran out of money. Y'all out there selling them Polexes and these fake ass Wakanda packets. We don't give a damn about none of that. FBA standing on certified business. This is where it gets real. Now he pops up, family. And what does he do, y'all? This man is out here now comparing FBA to the CIA. Family, I just want you to know that right there, if you on code, is a very dangerous thing to do. Okay? Do you think Malcolm X would be cool? For all them folks talking about Malcolm this, Malcolm that. Do you think Malcolm would be cool with that? You're sitting there talking to a tether whose hair looks like it's on a goddamn bungee cord. Look like he done cut his damn hair with an ironing board. And yet you're sitting there trying to tell them that we are working with them boys. No, I done found out you working with them boys. Watch this, y'all.
In the way he's behaving.
Here we go.
But he's got a nice house in Maryland. Okay, or Virginia. Huh? I know the story, brother. I've been here a long time. So these are all of the things that's causing that antagonism. Why now? Why now? Just when we are mostly coming together and people are migrating, people are moving. There was a study that came out last week. Over 60,000 Americans, whites and blacks, are applying for jobs in Africa. They haven't.
You lying. You lying. Hey, look at Mr. Mutombo. Even Mr. Mutombo don't believe that stuff. Look at Mr. Mutombo. Look at him. He like, oh, this bullshit, James. James, you copping. You copying, nigga. You copying. I don't see that. He don't even believe you, James. Mr. Mutombo, the 55th. He don't believe you. Mr. Joe Loft, the 67th. He don't believe you. Dikembe, number 99. He don't believe you. Look at dude. Dude don't believe that. Black Americans ain't out there applying for no damn jobs in Africa. Fam, he didn't even say we moving to Africa. This man said we are so moving to Africa, we are applying for jobs. They ain't even got a house first, according to James Small. They ain't even a house. They ain't even got a crib, y'all. They just straight up went over there and already off top applied for a job.
Right. His job is to really bash Tariq Nasheed, because you know all of them do that. Umar Johnson, they always say he did this to make money. That's what they say. He coined the FBA to make money. But nobody said nothing about Jesse Jackson coining the African American name. Nobody said nothing about that. None of them said anything. And it's owned by somebody that's not Jesse Jackson. It's like some other company or something that owns the African American term. Why wouldn't you say something about that if you're gonna say FBA is is the CIA? Why wouldn't you bring up that we don't even know the person who owns African American? It's not a black person. Jesse Jackson didn't own it. Why would you now talk about FBA or lineage that a black man came up and started? It don't even make no sense. You want to keep the name African American that comes from somebody that's not even black, but you want to discredit this man?
They got housing, room, and board. They spent all the money. You're lying. And fam, how do you know James Smalls has been rubbing elbows with them folks? How many times do you see them fake studies a year? And who puts out those fake studies every year? White folks. So you're starting to regurgitate white supremacy talking points. Maybe that's why you're okay with Africans teaming up with white supremacists. Maybe that's why you're perfectly fine with Africans trying to get on team supremacy. Maybe you on team supremacy. I'm only calling it how you speaking it, and if you don't like it, deal with it. Mr. Mutombo, know you're lying. FBA kicking you out.
Mr. Mutombo just listen to this. He don't know what's going on. He just hearing somebody trying to take down us calling ourselves something. Literally, us calling ourselves something just because we getting away from that African American term. They don't like it.
And certifieds are certified all the time.
I'm a friggin' titty over here. 60,000. If it's 60,000 that they've been able to analyze, let's say it's about 80,000 people
up,
from
man?
here trying to get the hell up out of here and go work and live in Africa.
Please.
And this is frightening for this. So we don't know how much of that foundational Black American thing and the ADA thing. You understand what I'm telling you? I'm telling you straight up. We don't know how much of that is USAID type of stuff. Because USAID was no USAID.
See, he got to sit around Africans and talk. He can't sit right now and talk to an FBA person or talk to like Tariq Nasheed or anybody and really say what we calling ourselves is a problem. Because we done did the research on the African American term. It's owned by some kind of white company, bro. Why would you, Jesse, and Jesse Jackson got a bad reputation, bro. He got a bad reputation.
That was CIA. Just State Department. That's what USAID was.
Oh,
exactly.
And Prof, by the way,
And I don't know what the hell you talking about, Mr. Mutombo. Family, did this man just say we trying to get the hell out of America? That ain't what's happening in these streets, James. We out here riding with America, riding for America, loving this country. It's fun.
But you see what I'm saying? Ain't nobody never said that the African American term was CIA driven. It wasn't started. It wasn't trademarked by a Black person. It ain't had nothing to do with us. We never all came together and said we're going to call ourselves that. They'll never call that out. If you're going to call FBA out, bro, and you're going to say this is divisive, you're going to have to speak on everything. You're going to have to speak on the African-American term. But we did our research on it. Salute, man. Trail Jackson, y'all know how we do. But y'all, that's what I'm saying. How can you call out FBA, bro, when we did the research on the African-American term? It's owned by some kind of company, bro. So before you come out here and call this CIA, you're going to have to call that the CIA.
That during a time where we are standing on business by being American, he's putting out all these lies that we don't like America. Fam, let me make this crystal clear for the world to hear. And this is why I see all my brothers and sisters in the chat. Let me tell y'all something. And I've been wanting to say this for a long time. There's a lot of brothers and sisters who say when they used to be Pan-Africans. No, you weren't. You weren't a Pan-African. Just because you want to see melanated people of the planet Earth run supremacists out of their homelands, that does not make you a Pan-African. It never made you a Pan-African. That just makes you an on-code rider for FBA. Because, see, we're the ones with the decency and the kindness of our heart. We want to see the system because we're the only ones who know what the system and the beast look like. Remember?
We the one who passed the immigration to let them be able to come over here. Which now we looking at it as, damn, we shouldn't even did that because who looking out for us? When we trying to fight for our reparations, they coming over here talking about some, man, they don't deserve reparations. Bro, we let y'all whole family come over here. Our ancestors stood and made sure that they put y'all in with us, so y'all good. And then you gonna come over here and not want us to get our reparations. The disrespect, bro. The disrespect. Let me let them cook.
James just told you it's okay to come over here and team up with the beast. Foundational Black Americans were the only people who sat on the main stage and told the world, we will run you out of our spaces. Look how we run them out of our towns and our cities and states. I said this at the Rally for Reparations. I said it and I'll say it to you right now. You may take over South Africa. You won't take over Southside Chicago or East St. Louis. And you name the foundational Black American space. You just seen a hell of a lot of FBA in the roll call. You won't run up on us so we can run them out of counties, towns, cities, states. Africa can't even run them out of their own continent. And that's what we were telling them. We were telling them, hey, we want to see y'all get rid of the supremacists. That doesn't make you a Pan-African. Let me tell you what Pan-Africans have always been. Pan-Africans have always been the ones running around here talking about, damn America, death to America. We want America to fall. We want America to go down. Fam, do y'all remember that? How many of y'all remember when we were younger, when they were running around here talking about how bad America was, put the flag down? If you had a damn t-shirt with 2 stars on it, the Pan-Africans would pop out with their RBG flags and be like, you running around here in that white man's country. Because they view America's success.
Pan-Africanism is far left, bro. They with the left. They with them Democratic Party. It just is making sense now. That's why when the immigrants and the Boule, if y'all notice, I haven't really seen too many boulets on the conservative side, but all of the boulets seem like they on the left side. And it is same with the immigrants that coming over here. They on the left side. Oh, he was at the rally for reparations? I mean, they give him a little leeway. He is FBA.
Synonymous with white people. See, this is what's hurting everybody right now, is that foundational Black Americans, we don't view America synonymous with white folks. We've been telling the world, if you're going to see America, you're going to see America for the founders, the foundation. Who that is? That's us. We're making the whole planet now see America synonymous with FBA. That's where the hate's coming from, y'all. That's why everybody's mad right now. Oh, it's deep, y'all. There's a lot of elements, but the main element right now is that America can no longer be seen synonymous with white folks. That's how the MOPS, melanated other people, view things. That's how they see it. We don't see it that way. Foundational Black Americans is like, oh, no, this is my country. Grandma done put in work way more than anybody else. Grandma done held it down way more than anybody else. Grandpa was out there riding, fam. Rest in peace to our beautiful beloved right here today, the oldest surviving member of Black Wall Street, just passed right now. Certified salute up above. She didn't put in more work than all of Africa, fam. They know what it is. They know who we are. Don't let these people get it twisted. Just because you see greatness with white folks, we see greatness with ourselves. So when he's telling that lie, he's only telling you that lie for that reason right there. Fam, this is what it is. This is who we are. Foundational Black Americans above it all.
You're right.
That's crazy.
I just see them online. I see their reasoning and their arguments online. I just can't believe the ignorance
and how do these poor students get all of that good, expensive graphic? Where did they get it from? Who's doing the graphics for these things we're seeing? The graphics alone are thousands and thousands of dollars. You ain't gonna do this with just AI, okay? Somebody is behind this, okay? The one thing they don't want is the young people of America to begin to bond with the young people of Africa.
Bullshit.
They've sent it.
Bullshit.
What? I mean, the African American term is you ain't even talking about that. Bro, the far left is a lot of things. The Black Panthers were far left, LGBTQ, Pan-African marches, etc. I don't know if the Black Panthers wasn't far left, bro. They was their own party. They ain't even go with the damn they wasn't with the political figure.
Bullshit. They don't want
they far
the
left.
American people
At
to
all.
bond with the other American people. Fam, they've been telling us for years that they don't want the Black American to team up with the African. I'm going to go ahead and give a news flash. The dominant society know they got Africa right where the hell they've always wanted them because they've always had them there. There isn't a telltale sign or an iota that Africa has ever changed its ways. Ain't nobody running around here saying they need to stop Africa. Ain't nobody running around here saying, man, Africa's on the rise. They only tell us Africa's on the rise when they're trying to make us Africans. The dominant society, the same dominant society that Africans come over here and team up with, the same dominant society that James Smalls teams up.
Bro, how can you say the Black Panther Party was far left? That's what I'm saying. That was their own party. If that was the case, they would have been Democrats. I don't feel like you can't put them in the same category from what they accomplished and what they did in the world, bro. You can't put them as a far left because they did that was probably the big. What party did what they did and was able to move how they moved? They was fighting against the higher ups, the big money, but you can't just say they far left because of that. But I want to know what some of y'all think, man. Do y'all think the Black Panther Party was far left? Let's hear what other people say. I ain't in my feelings. I'm just speaking facts. Shout out to Rap Brown, man. H. Rap Brown, who just passed away. Professor Small is far from a sellout. He just disagrees with some talking points. Okay, so we got somebody co-signing. But my thing is, this is why I feel like Smalls may be Professor, right? Kyle Dawg said, hell no, they ain't far left. Okay. I don't see how they far. It can't be far left, bro, because they had their own principles. They did their own lunch. They did WIC. They made sure breakfast was in play. Bro, that's like you can't even put them in a category like that. They actually had boots on the ground. They actually had security for people. Like you can't even put them in no group and saying it was far left. That's just disrespectful to even say that. Because nobody put in work like that. Like, how can that be far left, bro? If I'm feeding kids out here, I'm actually doing work. I wouldn't even want you to put me in no political term like that. Them guys, Bobby Seale and Huey P. Newton, man, they wasn't even, bro. You couldn't, if they was here right now and hear you called them far left, they would say, what the hell is that, bro? Don't even put me associated in that. So to call them a far left is like, you can't name me no examples of Black Panther Party with anybody else to compare them as the same. You can't name me no. I know Hell Panther Party. Yeah, R.I.P. Pat Brown. But Jarvis, I know, you know what I'm saying? You co-signing Mr. Small. I give you credit for that. But my thing is, the African American term, history considers them. Let me hear. Oh, so history considers them far left, Trail? But of course, them white people probably is going to do that. History going to do that. But I'm saying they actually put in policies and things that they're doing. They had lunch. They wanted to secure and have their people safe. I don't see how, you know what I mean? I don't see how we can put that. We put Fred Hampton, a bunch of queer lovers. I don't think no boys with no queer lovers. They took that man out, bro. Right. He put social programs as far left. Exactly, Jar. That's what I'm with it. I can't put them in no political form, bro. Even by you doing that, it's like there was nothing like them. They were the Black Panther Party. It was a party, their own party. History considered them far left because they studied Marx, Mayos, and anti-imperialism. But history isn't always true. Right. What I'm saying is, how can they be far left if they wrote their own rules? Now, somebody gonna consider them something. I can't go by that. You know, I can't go by what, you know, the political parties or what the white people considered them. You know, what did we consider our people? None of our people considered them far left. We considered them, you know, boots on the ground. Like Black Lives Matter, bro. Come on, bro. Black Lives Matter is definitely, bro. Now, you comparing the Black Panther Party to Black Lives Matter. Can't you see the problem with that? Black Lives Matter was a scam, bro. Nothing done. That's a white troll, right? Black Lives Matter was nothing done. It was nothing done to the people. We didn't see no boots on the ground. We didn't see nothing going on at all. We didn't have no connections in 48 different states. It was a money grab from white people, bro. Black Panther Party was originated from us. Bobby Seale, Huey P. Newton. It don't matter if he became a crack smoker, bro. That's beyond the point. That ain't what you're saying. You comparing Black Lives Matter to the Black Panther Party, which is crazy, bro. We just got our Rap Brown just died at 82 years old. It's people in prison, bro, that was in the Black Panther Party that was taking stuff out. They was the first people that will act on something. Like, they not finna just lay down. They was really going to war, bro. Like, you ain't even making no sense. BLM was the LGBTQ movement. Exactly. Bro, Black Panther Party had guns on the streets, bro. We talking about real gangsters, bro. What is this man talking about? We talking about real stand-up guys, gangsters that's really taking over helping the community out. Nah, bro, you ain't calling in with that, bro. Nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that, bro. That ain't making no sense. You discrediting real gangsters, bro. Real people who stood up for their community, and you calling them far left. That's crazy to me. Right. Why would the feds had to get after them and had the COINTELPRO. They made, what was the group? They made a group. The CIA came up with a group. I forgot the original something. They came up with a group to go after the Black Panther Party. This is how your boy got shot at the school. It was a group they came up with, some black people, and it was a whole nother name, and their job was to go after the Black Panther Party. What's the name of that, man? If y'all know that group, I'm trying to think of it. It was called like Original something, man. It was a name of a group that they had, and they was beefing with the Black Panther Party, and it was like violence. So what I'm saying is, it can't be far left if this is going on with the government is calling you in and sending people to take you down and stealing your WIC program. Yeah, he don't know about the Black Panther. He don't know about the COINTELPRO. But y'all want to hear what this man got to say about the Black Panther Party, man? I don't even feel like
to get people to go to your janky ass motel in Ghana. They're the same dominant society who knows Africa ain't no damn threat.
I just don't feel like he's speaking right on their name. You already saying that they not their own party. Bro, I don't know, man. With that foolishness, man. Let them call in, Trail. All right, I'm gonna let them call in, bro. He's saying some Go ahead, man. The number right here, man. That's dope. Let me hear what he's talking about. Because I did a video about this. And I showed y'all how the Black Panther Party was. He said I will be respectful. Okay, call in, bro. But we already, bro, we riding for Black Panther Party, bro. I hold them high, bro. My Black Panther Party brothers, I hold them like y'all be nigga, they second coming to Jesus, nigga. Call in. Let me see where you from. But yeah, I'm gonna bring up some stats on them since you wanna we got Black Panther parties that's in prison. What far left people bro, they got that went to prison? No, you gotta define far left, because I can't. Far left to me is political. It's like the LGBT community, BLM. That's far left to me. Scamming and doing that. That's far left. Black Panther Party wasn't on that. You had the White Panther Party. Bro, you had this in other countries, bro. You got to think, bro, that Black Panther Party was like gang, bro. Call in. I want to hear what you got to say. That's like, bro, that's like saying that was like its own organization, like a real life. I ain't gonna say gang because they was about good stuff. Call in. I want to hear what you got to say, bro. The number right there. Doge, you on the line, the Yellow Panther. Yeah, they was everywhere. So what's good, Doge? I want to hear what you got to say, man. Trail. What's good, man? So
rest in peace, rest in peace, H. Rap Brown.
yeah, definitely.
He was a freedom fighter without a doubt.
Freedom fighter. That's what I'm saying. So you compare freedom fighters to far left? Do you feel like that?
You can be categorized as a few things, but you could still be far left. Far left in their time was, especially here in the United States, with the freedom fighting, is an overall something that is that's what people are trying to do right now, supposedly.
Okay.
They believe they're freedom fighters.
Okay, so check this out. Do you believe Malcolm X was far left?
No.
Okay.
Until he became El Shabazz. When he went to Mecca. When he came back from Mecca, he became far left.
What? But he called out the left. He called out the right. That's what I'm saying.
Because he became Pan-African.
Okay. All right. So what I'm saying is the Black Panther Party was a big supporter of Malcolm X, but they wasn't on the Pan-Africanism. They was on us here in America. So all I'm saying is they more aligned themselves closer to Malcolm X on his beliefs. So if you would have to say this man was far left, you would have to say Malcolm was far left, bro, for them to be considered far left.
When he came back from Mecca? Yeah, when he came back from Mecca.
That's crazy. When he came back from Mecca, he was dangerous. He wanted to start his own thing.
No, he was for everybody. It was for everybody. He wanted to open up the gates for more geopolitical situation. He understood that, hey, there's more that meets the eyes, not just Black Muslims in the United States or in other countries. There's white Muslims, there's Chinese Muslims. He's seeing the rainbow of it. He was gravitating to a more broader audience.
So all of the stuff that we put on Malcolm X, he talked about us getting our own land to define our own futures. That's what he wanted for Black people. I didn't hear none of this that you talking about. I never heard him.
Doesn't mean you can't be a gangster or do freedom fighting stuff and not become far left or be far left. The Weathermen Underground, who was associates of the Black Panther Party, they were far left. Harvey Milk of the White Panther parties out there in LA, they were all far left.
So define far left.
Marxist, communist, socialist. So it's the buzzword. I am a proletariat. I am not the pig. That whole proletariat term comes from the Marxist, socialist. That's all that is. It's just a different time. It's just like how the Democratic Party at that time were hardcore KKK without a doubt. Now
that's far left.
They're a bunch of pansy racists now.
Right. So the Democrats is far left, right? That's what you're saying. Or the KKK is far left.
You can be Democrat and not be far left.
Okay, well, was the KKK far left?
The KKK was definitely a hate group that became far right.
Okay, so you saying, so I think that's why you. I think
it was a Democratic thing. They were Democrats. They're all Dixiecrats.
What y'all
They're
think
all
in the chat? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's just these things evolve. These things modify themselves. You know.
I think the reason why you calling Black Panthers far left is because of what the KKK is, and that's how they put the Black Panther Party, and they try to say that they were like the KKK. That's what white people say. Yeah, but that's what
KKK ain't my friend.
Right. But I'm saying that's what most people say. Like they say, like they compare the Black Panther Party to the KKK. They're like, oh, that's just the same thing. Like they compare the Black Panther Party to a hate group. I'm telling you, the Black Panther Party was no hate group. They aligned themselves with the White Panther Party. They had white people that was rocking with the Black Panther Party. So it's hard for us.
They had the Young Patriots who were what? What were the Young Patriots?
What Young Patriots?
The
They had
hillbillies out there in Kentucky that teamed up with H. Rap Brown.
I wouldn't say they were far left, but
they wore the rebel flags on the pins on their thing.
I think that
they wore the Confederate flags.
Okay, well, I think that the Black Panther Party attracted a lot of different people. So maybe they could have had some people that was attracted that jumped on, but it was all kinds of people that, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to just pin them on just one thing. Like you saying, it's hard to just say they're far left when they had a multitude of different ethnic groups that followed their procedures. You get what I'm saying?
All right. Would you say this, brother, that when brothers and sisters are wearing hip huggers and what's it called? What we talking about, the platform shoes and shit. Would you think they was straight brothers pulling out the switchblade and stuff like that? You would think they straight up hardcore brothers, right?
Yeah.
Wearing the bell bottoms, stuff like that. But put it today in 2025, you see brothers wearing the fishnet baby tees and stuff like that, with bell bottoms, looking like little baby. Would you think they far left?
Today?
Yeah, today.
What I think they far left? No, I wouldn't think they far left. I would have to know what kind of ideology they got, not just from that outfit. You get what I'm saying?
See, today is just that, like, a lot of people don't realize that far left at one point was popping 60 years ago. It was popping in this country. And today now it's being condemned.
I mean, that's what Google.
It's just like the Republican Party 60 years ago was more popping for us. Everybody who was black, they weren't all Democrats at that time.
Was any of them Republican? I don't think
Martin
they were.
Luther King was a Republican. Everybody was a Republican.
So was Martin Luther King
Lincoln,
far left?
All these people were Republicans.
So was Martin Luther King far left?
He became far left.
So you tying all black people to far left, pretty much, like any of our black leaders are far left. To you.
All right. I'm not going to try to get your thing. I'm trying to be careful with the algorithm.
Okay.
All right. The behavior. Let's just, if you could visualize people that I named. Mayor Karen Bass out there in LA. All right. She wears glasses. Pay attention. Mayor Brandon Johnson out there in Chicago. He wears glasses, right?
Yeah.
Shoot. All these people who wear glasses, Elizabeth Warren wear glasses. They all got this, and they're all left-wing radicals. They're all far left. And they got this crazy look in their eye. And they believe they're freedom fighters. And they all Bernie Sanders with the glasses, right? I was out there marching with Martin Luther King. Far left. Pay attention.
Okay,
Pay
so
close attention to these details.
I mean, I disagree, but you know, I mean, I can't if society puts labels on people, just like, do you feel like white people came from black people? Do you feel like that?
On planet Earth?
Yeah, like, do you feel like the white race was came from black people?
The albino came from the black.
Right. So do you feel the white race came from black people?
The white race came from the albino, which the albino, being the precursor, came from the black.
Right. So you in agreement that, you know, albino white people came from albino, and then it was, you know, a whole race was created from that. So
Speculation is strong, evidence too.
Oh, what you mean evidence? You believe that that's facts? I'm with you on that. I just don't believe with. I don't agree with you on the far left stance. But I brought that up because just like how that's like saying white people are really black, right? You wouldn't say that white people are black, right? They were genetically.
No.
Right. You wouldn't go with that. You wouldn't go with that term, right? But is an albino black to you?
An albino, for most cases, you see them across the world. There's more quote unquote black albinos than anything.
Right.
You rarely see a real white towhead child who's an albino. Rarely. I've come across more Asian albinos and whatnot than I have, you know, bumped into them. I've bumped into two midgets in one day in different locations. And I've never seen an albino white person up close in the flesh.
Right.
Very rare.
So check this out. White people feel that they didn't come from albino. I can show you a video of this white smart guy that's saying we didn't come from albinos. He feel like black people was just dark in Europe, and then over time they begin to get light skin because of the environment. That's the story that most like scientific white people are going with right now. They're not saying that white people came from albino. You get what I'm saying?
Even though they're champion people that they look up to in the past from the 1800s and whatnot, make quotes about white people coming from albinos.
Exactly. They don't believe in that rhetoric. So my point is bringing that up is what I'm saying is white people don't believe if we're telling them that they came from albinos, they don't run with that rhetoric. Their rhetoric is that they were black, but they felt like the people just, because of the climate, it's so cold, there's no sunlight. Like if you stick a black person up in Europe or Asia right now, in 100 years, he gonna turn white. I just brought that up because what you saying with the far left. So it's like the system is telling us that this is far left, right? But probably when you speak to the Panthers and you speak to the people that's involved, they're probably gonna be like, nah, we ain't far left. We don't associate ourselves with that. You get what I'm saying? With the Black Panther Party, with Bobby Seale, if we had Bobby Seale and Huey P. Newton right here on the topic, would they say that they're a far left group? With Malcolm X,
Angela Davis, all of them, they became all LGBTQ far left. They were openly.
I mean, I can't get an Angela Davis, but I'm saying Malcolm X. Do you feel like Malcolm X would agree that he's a far left guy? Would he accept that? Would the Black Panther Party accept that, or is that something you categorizing from that's kind of like a, kind of like the higher ups term that they give us that we can run with? Because I could see Google probably will say that, but Google also calls them like a hate group. They call Black Panther Party a hate group. It's white people that believe that the Black Panther Party was a hate group, that they hated white people.
Yeah. And there was black people who didn't immediately get involved with the Black Panther Party, because they thought there was black people in the very beginning who thought that, hey, the Black Panther Party were a hate group in the very beginning because of the propaganda over the radio waves.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The propaganda. That's what I'm saying. We're trying to convince them. Okay. I agree with you on that. It was propaganda to get the Black Panther Party disassociated. But I think the same way with labeling them a far left group, I think that's the same rhetoric that's going to make people be like, they're kind of crazy, far left, kind of you can associate them with like a KKK. But they're totally different. The KKK ain't starting no program. They didn't offer security in the hood. They didn't have real boots on the ground activities to help the community. You get what I'm saying? Like they were really in their community, helping their community out and making sure that they ain't getting gunned down and the people are protected. I can't put that on a political party. If people did that right now today, right, I couldn't say they far left. You get what I'm saying? If somebody came together with a group and we provided lunch for kids, breakfast, and we was like, we're going to secure and make sure our town is secure so white mobs don't be running in here burning down our town because our towns got burnt down. I just can't see how we can position them to a far left. I think this was a security measure from the losses we took. So the real black men, the gangsters, came together and was like, look, we're going to bang on this. We're going to make sure that, you know what I'm saying, we're going to go out with a bang. We ain't finna let nobody just run us over.
One of the things about far left people, in organizations, they were always saying capitalism is evil, the dollar is evil. And if you look at a lot of these people from the past who I've named, they all kind of died broke, and they were on the same thing: money is evil, capitalism is the problem. And so when you spew that ideology, you are far left.
Right. So that's you saying, I mean, I never heard them. I don't know if they were saying money was evil. Did y'all hear Black Panther Party saying money was evil? I don't know if that
capitalism.
I heard Fred Hampton sitting down. Money. I did a review on Fred Hampton sitting down with people, and they were discussing how they can make money and help the community out. He put
right, but they also thought this was a way of, this is how the black man, woman, and child were being exploited to the extent money, the bankers, everybody, they were all part of the capitalistic evil empire.
Well, would you say Black Wall Street was capitalist?
Yeah.
Right. Would you say when we had our oils and everything, like I did a live and showed you how we had a guy who had oil mines and oil rigs, and the white people stole that, the mob stole that from them. Would you say our people was capitalists?
Yes.
Right. So, but what happened when we became capitalists? What happened to our people? It got took and stolen from them. So the Black Panther Party knew this. Like, okay, Because capitalist can mean that too. I can say, okay, you build something, I can take it. So now if the Black Panther Party is like, okay, we're going to be security, we're going to be here, we're going to make sure everybody good. I think it kind of gave an avenue where we can be capitalists and be protected, in my opinion. Because the Black Panther Party ain't.
I like to add on to that too. Bumpy Johnson.
Right.
And say people like Bumpy Johnson, he was a capitalist. So your average D-boy is a capitalist.
But if you a capitalist, right? But you still do programs and stuff for the community. Like, let's say the man who started Black Wall Street, he bought 40 acres and he said only Black people can move here. So if you get money to push your people and put them in a better position, it's different from me than being a straight capitalist when you actually generating wealth to push your people forward. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I can't put that as the same as a capitalist. You're a capitalist from how you work, but when you get your money, you making sure it go to the community and you building it up. I think that's not an evil person. That's not evil to me. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think in the chat? Huh?
The relationship, people in the chat, the relationship between Bumpy Johnson and Malcolm X. This was definitely, one was capitalist and one was more socialist, Marxist.
Uh-huh. Define Marxist. Let me define Marxist to me.
Define Marxist. Karl Marx.
Okay.
Redistributing the wealth of the rich. The boule, the working class proletariat.
Dang, the boule.
Yeah. The uppity, say for instance, W.E.B. Du Bois. He was a Marxist, essentially. He was a Pan-African Marxist.
He was the head of the boule too. But
right.
What I'm saying is he
went at it a different way, while someone like Booker T. Washington, he was a capitalist.
But I'm saying two things could be right at once. Like you could be a capitalist and you could want to redirect the wealth at the same time. Can you agree?
Redirect the wealth from who?
I mean, or not redirect it, where you can kind of want to push for the community and push programs and jobs and growth for your own community with being a capitalist. Yeah, I agree with you,
right.
Trev. You get what I'm saying? It could be both. You could do two. I mean, you could be a capitalist, but you could still be for your community. You know what I mean? So I don't think it can put you all the way into a capitalist. This is why Trev's saying is complex for a easy.
It is complex.
Yeah, for an easy verbal definition. I agree with that. But I'm saying that most of our people was on that.
Starting Thursday and Friday, sir, you'll see the spirit of capitalism in effect.
Yeah.
Everybody gonna be getting their new iPhones on Friday and stuff like that for Black Friday and all types of stuff, and then the Christmas shopping, and then
right.
Yeah.
But Black people in this is me. This is my opinion. I feel like our leaders were more of, when they got their money, they wanted to push for their people. Our leaders, our great leaders, anybody that done something like the Henry C. Thompson, who bought Tulsa, and he made stipulations the way he only want Black people to live there to uplift his community when he got money. So I don't call these guys capitalists. You know what I mean? To me, even
entrepreneur. If you're an entrepreneur,
yeah, if you're an entrepreneur,
are you? Yeah.
Go ahead. If you're an entrepreneur, are you a capitalist? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Okay. Even if you're an entrepreneur and you uplifting the community, that means you bringing opportunities to the community. You bringing opportunities to your people. Because without
him, donating cars, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. You're a capitalist. You think it comes from the kindness of their heart, but at the same time, it's a write-off, a tax write-off.
Okay. Yeah, that's different. Yeah, that's different. That's different. But even the guy who brought Brooklyn, you know, he brought Brooklyn and he let the people there. I just feel like it's hard for our people to be labeled as capitalists when they always try to push the people forward, in my opinion, just like with all the stuff that we did and we got took. It's like we never benefited off of real capitalism. We're taking advantage of the people. You get what I'm saying?
Most of these people today, even like the white fellas, whether it's President Trump, Elon Musk, they were all left wing. They were all Democrats in the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And over time, what happened?
Right. Wait,
so this is exactly what a lot of people may even say, hey, the delineation movement is more right-leaning.
Right. The delineation movement is right-leaning, but what if I say, hey, man, y'all make sure y'all spend with small businesses, black businesses, your people? Is that capitalism? Trev put. She could have helped fix. Is that capitalism? You get what I'm saying? For us to promote our black businesses and to try to get in a better position with our businesses. You're right. It's complex, but
it's complex. But we're gonna get to it soon enough. Yeah.
Yeah, like it has to come. I think it has to play a role. You got to be some type of. You have to capitalize, you know, to get your people in position. You're not gonna just be able to. Nothing else is gonna get it, you know, unless you just be a Robin Hood. You know what I mean? So I don't, you know, but I wouldn't. Go ahead.
We've been on some Marxist far right stuff for the longest time in this country, giving away all our rights, all our everything, being so welcoming to it's hurt us so much. And now it seems like overnight, the shift of the Black American native here in this country, they're alert on, hey, we need to chill out overspending. All this stuff. We're having a conversation at our tables. We're having a conversation publicly where other people are hearing.
Mm-hmm.
And they want us to be more basically left-leaning, far left. They want us that way. They don't want us to change.
Right. That you said that, right? I'm going to play this on the Black Capitalist today. Would you say Floyd Mayweather is a capitalist?
To the best of his ability.
Yeah, you'll say you would say he a capitalist?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
On a capitalist, yeah. Apex capitalist, yeah.
You giving them like that. Okay, look, I'm finna play this short of capitalist, the Black Capitalist Now from Antonio Speaks. I want y'all to check this out and then come back on the line. I want to know what you think about the Black Capitalists, what they say today. Well, this is who the people we really feel like is capitalists. Can you see the screen?
So hang up?
Yeah, hang up and call back. All right.
All day long. My name is Floyd. My name is Floyd. My name is Money made for the people in Israel. I will always stand behind the country of Israel, the one and only Floyd Money Mayweather, Israel. I will always be here for you guys when you guys don't have a voice.
Superstar LeBron James is America's newest billionaire tonight. Forbes reporting at age 37, LeBron is now the first active NBA player with a net worth of $1 billion.
Now, my thing is, he made $1 billion. They getting the money. They getting the money, but I think they puppets. Are they really capitalists? That's, they don't align with our ancestors.
In this fall, I'm gonna be taking my talents to Hennessy VSOP.
$200 instantly. Just spend $5. DraftKings, listen to me. You listen good.
And I think it's a mistake to assume that we can combat racism by leaving capitalism in place. Capitalism is racial capitalism. Capital doesn't just appear from nowhere. The original capital was provided by the labor of slaves.
What makes them mad about it? What makes them mad about it is that they had black people and white poor people and red poor people and Puerto Rican poor people and Latin American Puerto Rican people of poor people of all descent. They had them caught up in their movements based on racism. When the Black Panther Party stood up and said that we don't care what anybody says, we don't think it's fighting fire with fire, guess we think it's fighting fire with water. Guess we gonna fight racism, not racism, but we gonna fight with solidarity. We said we're not gonna fight capitalism with black capitalism, but we're going to fight with socialism.
Capitalism. It's like a double-edged sword. On paper, it sounds amazing, but my biggest issue with capitalism is that there is always going to be a victim set of people. And 9 times out of 10, those victims look just like me. Listen, black people, capitalism will not save us. In fact, white supremacy and capitalism are tied together. At one point in time, black people were the capital. And although slavery was a result of racism, the main reason it took so long to end was because it made so much money, capitalism. So it's like the same system that brought us so much misery and pain is going to be the tool that sets us free? No, it don't make sense. And don't get me wrong, even me being able to upload videos on YouTube and make money from that is a form of capitalism. So I'm not saying we completely need to get rid of capitalism, but it damn sure need to be tweaked. Now we're gonna start this video off talking about some black capitalists. And what you realize is that these black people that get to these high statuses with a lot of money, they are no different from, the oppressors. And contrary to how a lot of y'all perceive me, I am not racist. I believe that the elites make a lot of poor white people feel like blacks are the problem, immigrants are the problem, to create division. And my people have been saying this so much, but racism doesn't just affect us. Just take the whole EBT situation. Majority of people in America on EBT are poor white people. Me, Ma, and Papa that live down south, yeah, they use these benefits.
Yeah, it's always a big. I get it.
So to get back on topic of black capitalists, let's talk about LeBron James first. Now, before I get on, bro, he's the greatest basketball player of all time. If you want to argue with me, we can get it in the comment section. It's no debate. Also, I am a big LeBron supporter. I love how he carries himself off the court and on the court. The fact that he has never been in any drama, he's still with his high school sweetheart, black woman, by the way, a beautiful family. And to a lot of young black men, we look at LeBron as a role model. Now, with all that being said, I gotta call BS. As we all know, LeBron James is a billionaire. And sorry to tell y'all, there are no ethical billionaires.
Oh, what about LeBron? What about Taylor Swift? They are artists and athletes. They became billionaires ethically through their talent and skill. I've got news flash for you, buddy. There's no way to be an ethical billionaire. Even if they themselves weren't committing the unethical acts, their money is tied up in unethical things. LeBron got a deal with Nike. Ever heard of f***ing sweatshops? How do you think Nike made all their money to give to LeBron? That money is unethical.
We would go to different workers' homes. You got like 4 women sleeping in an 8x8 cement box, and all their possessions are in there, everything in this small area.
The workers would have to share a bathroom with 5 to 10 other families. The workers would have to share living quarters, actually like a row of shacks with corrugated tin roofs. All those families would share a laundry corner and a kitchen facility, and they would all share the same well to take the water out of.
$1.25 a day after you've paid for your rent, water, electricity, any major transportation costs. You're going to be left on average with roughly 7,000 rupiah per day. That's going to buy you 2 simple meals of rice and vegetables, a bag of peanuts, a bottle of iced tea, and some dish detergent.
Now, the reason I even added him to this video was because of this one tactic he just did. Before the start of the NBA season, he was teasing a retirement. He ended up dropping a date, and on that day, guess what, y'all? It was just promotion for Hennessy. Hennessy, like alcohol.
Everyone's on pins and needles across the country. You ready to go, LeBron? Where's the powder?
Left it at home.
LeBron, fans want to know where you're taking your talents this year. What's your decision?
In this fall, man, this is tough. In this fall, I'm going to be taking my talents to Hennessy VSOP.
I started my degree in 1986. 30 years later, decided to complete my goals, earning my degree with
VSOP. And this was the conclusion you woke up with this morning?
That was the conclusion I woke up with this morning.
Mind you, LeBron James doesn't even indulge in Hennessy. He only drinks wine, from what he say. So I just look at this as like, come on, bro. Like you already got $1 billion. What is this going to add on for you? And like I said, myself and many other young black kids, we look up to LeBron James. So imagine someone that isn't really a critical thinker. They're seeing that ad. Oh, drinking. Oh, okay, And it's nothing wrong with drinking, but it's like, come on, dog. Let me just give you a counterpart of LeBron James, the NFL player Peyton Manning. He's won a lot of championships. He isn't a billionaire, but he has a lot of money. They could be on the same stature. Tell me why Peyton Manning is over here doing insurance ads. I mean, come on, bruh.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're also one of America's largest financial services companies too. Just like I'm so much more than Peyton Manning. I'm also a motivating Manning.
We got the black athlete promoting alcohol, and then we got the white athlete promoting insurance. Like, do y'all see that, bro? Maybe I'm too woke. Maybe I am. And it's like with LeBron, his story, he came from nothing, came from a single mom. It's so inspirational. And I kind of hate that a lot of young black kids think they can be the next LeBron because LeBron is an anomaly. So I'm not faulting him for using his origin story, but I don't like how, just even in the black community, the only way we think we can make it out is by playing sports, being a rapper, being a football player. When shit, bro, you can make good money by doing a trade, being an electrician, a plumber. Like we don't learn these things growing up. So I just feel like LeBron even taking that Hennessy ad when you're a billionaire, bro, that was a sellout. And I love LeBron James. So me even calling him out, it hurts, but it's like tough love. Come on, brother, what you doing? Now let's talk about these gambling apps.
So we picking more on these QBs? Is that the right play?
Marshawn, that's the only play.
Okay, I ain't know you was about that action.
Putting the gambling out.
$200 instantly. Just for betting $5. DraftKings, listen to me. You listen.
I don't know what's more simple, putting this bag in that hole or putting my lineup in on Prize Picks.
I guess it's Prize Picks.
I mean, all races use these gambling apps, but I just feel like it's targeted at the black youth more. Kevin Hart, Drewski, LeBron, all these people have been doing ads for DraftKings, Prize Picks. And like I stated with LeBron, these people already have money. And this is the problem with capitalism. Individually, you're getting richer. But in exchange of you getting richer, you're putting the black community specifically at harm. Why is this? The answer is simple. Black people in America statistically make near the lowest. So, with gambling and sports betting, hey, you could be the anomaly. You can get rich by betting on these players. And I mean, it's gotten so bad, y'all. My friends, we have a group chat. And I think this is one point in time, maybe back in 2023, 2024. I mean, every single day, they were just in there talking about different parlays of just trying to get money or how to get rich by gambling. And I was like, dog, y'all kind of too deep in. So I see firsthand how this affects people, especially young black men. It's like a high that you keep on chasing, but you're not going anywhere. And like I said, bro, if you already got millions of dollars, you got billions of dollars, why promote these things? It's only one answer to me, man. Look, stay woke. The next black capitalist I want to talk about is Timbaland. First and foremost, I want to say this, Timbaland, you creepy as hell. While doing research for this video, I came across this clip of him talking about Aaliyah, and mind you, she was like 17, 16 at the time. So
I was in love with her.
I used to gamble too, but then I realized that I asked my dad one time. He was like, my dad played poker, and he had won like $30,000 or something. But then I asked him about the lotto. I was like, you ever hit the lotto? I was like, no. That's when I realized, man, you ain't gonna never win gambling, bro. It's a losing. It's like throwing money away. You can invest money and it's gonna guarantee you something. And they know that. They know that it's places where you could put money. Like, think about it. Gold was $300 like 20 years ago. Now it's like 3,000. So instead of people gambling, right? There's assets that you could put money in that's definitely going, like, you're gonna hit for sure. It ain't no guessing, it ain't nothing. So what I'm saying is, if you're gonna gamble and you don't invest in real assets, that's like gold and silver and stuff like that, you missing out on money that was guaranteed. You feel me? Like, if you look at silver, if you look at anything, any asset, it grows. So it's like, I don't feel like they're not pushing that as much, because it's like they know they won't get the game. These people ain't gonna waste that money.
I said, but I'm not. She's just a baby. I'm old. I said to myself, I'm just gonna beat her brother.
Yeah, slow money is for show money.
Oh man, I was fighting. I was fighting a big war. But I love Leah. First saw her, I said, that's a girl I'm gonna marry, because she remind me of Aaliyah.
But that slow money is for show money. Gambling can lead to one slavery, right? But that slow money is for show money for sure, but it's not marketed. You know what I mean? It's not marketed. Nobody's gonna market you that. And I think when the wealth gap is low, right? People gonna want to get rich. It's like, if you got money, it's gonna be a different. You know, you ain't gonna want to get rich. Like, but I feel like when you go to people who are in poverty, I ain't even gonna say poverty. It's just they don't got a big lump sum. I think it's easier to get them than it is to get people who already got money.
She did resemble Aaliyah the way her hairstyle was, and it really attracted him.
I thought I saw a ghost. I said, Bill. Bill said, oh my goodness.
Gambling is addictive.
I said, you see what I'm saying? I said, I ain't crazy. Hit me in my face. Am I crazy? He said, I see it. I see it.
So let's talk about rap, because rap in itself is an art form. It was used as a tool for many Black Americans to express how they feel. Fast forward, these elites found out that it can make a lot of money, aka capitalism, and it spiraled into something else. Now in 2025, with AI on the rise, we are seeing more and more AI music artists. And Timbaland is a person that is very in favor of AI artists.
AI is ruining music.
No, but like you said, Trev and Call Dog, check this out though. Yeah, I think sugar is addictive. Gambling and crack is addictive. The addictive thing is just the repeat of coming back, keep wasting your money. Just like that sugar is to keep you, you know what I mean? Keep eating that sugar. It's to have that craving. Rap is just fad. 1980s. Yeah. That fell
Music.
off. Yeah.
Whatever. Go ahead and cry me a river, since Timbo Stamp is on that too.
What did I just watch, bro? Is he serious? Superstar, producer, and songwriter Timbaland just announced that he is starting an AI entertainment company called Stage Zero. On top of that, he's rolling out this company by launching his first AI artist named Tata.
And guess what we're doing? We're here to discover 5 amazing talents.
The announcement of his AI entertainment company comes just a couple of weeks after wrapping up a music competition where independent artists could submit their songs for his next album and gather votes from their fan bases to be featured on this Timbaland project.
5 artists are going to be featured on my new album.
In addition to this independent artist album competition, Timbaland has been hosting live streams on Twitch and TikTok where artists can showcase their songs, get feedback, and some of them have even ended up collaborating with him off of these interactions. To go from listening to independent artists on a consistent basis and having this fan-to-fan interaction to launching an AI company, it just feels so misplaced and ass backwards to me. Not only do I think this is a huge slap in the face to all the independent artists that just put in all this time, money, and effort to be a part of his album competition, literally asking fans to spend their money for extra votes to make the album, But on a larger scale, this just keeps devaluing all of the work, time, effort, and care that artists put into becoming musicians in the first place and being a successful independent musician in this environment.
Y'all crying about AI taking your spot, but your songs barely mix. Why would we train it on that?
This is not a human. This is a computer-generated image of a pop star. And this artist, Tata, was just signed by Timbaland. They're calling this genre A-pop, which would be like AI pop. This is an article from Billboard. Timbaland has launched his own AI entertainment company called Stage Zero, and its first signee is that artist, Tata. This is all driven by something called Suno AI, which makes AI-generated music. One of the co-founders, Mudaliar, said, the artists of tomorrow won't just be human, they'll be IP, code and robotics that are fully autonomous. That is what these companies are going for.
Put ice on my shooter. My husband used to ejaculate prematurely until this.
My hubby is ejaculating so fast and he gets so anxious about it.
He gon' duck immigration now. Bitch, I'm back now. Check my stats now.
An Asian woman that is portraying like she's Black American. I mean, you could have at least used a Black AI model. Better yet, just use a real person, bro. There are thousands of underrated artists that he easily could have chose and put money behind to push. But guess what? AI is the future. You can control AI. It's not real, so all the money that it makes, you can take it for yourself. And as we see, bro, Timbaland is an OG in the game. He's made lots of money, and it's just so sad because his way of giving back is to promote a fucking AI artist. Capitalism, capitalism, capitalism. Now, those are all of the Black capitalists that I want to talk about. There are plenty other we can discuss, you know, Jay-Z, Rihanna, all of these Black billionaires, they are cut from the same cloth. I do want to talk about just capitalism and consumerism within the Black communities. We all partake in consumerism. Going to buy some new Jordans, going to buy a new purse, going to buy a new bag, going to buy a new pair of jeans when you got hundreds in your closet, spending hundreds of dollars on beauty products, taking out loans to get the new fancy car. We all indulge in it because, I mean, it's just pushed in our face. Capitalism and consumerism promotes individualism. Instead of going to your neighbor's house to ask, could you use his ladder? You buy your own. It doesn't promote community. And like I said, this consumerism and this capitalism, especially inside the Black community, it keeps you like against one another. This person may feel like he's better than you because he got a Gucci shirt or some Gucci shoes and you don't have that. He's going to look down on you. Then you might feel like, okay, I need to get my money up and then get like him. And then y'all just in conflict with each other to try to get over and over. And it's like you're both not going anywhere. And we all know that relative or friend that is like, you know, I'm going to get rich, buy the whole block, yada, yada, yada. This sounds good in theory, but just with capitalism within real estate, the only difference is you're going to have a Black landlord. And then the way these rich Black people be moving, it's probably going to be higher than what the white landlord was paying. Let's use Atlanta, for example. I believe that Atlanta have the most Black millionaires. And even with this happening, Atlanta is still being gentrified. So it just shows you that Black capitalism and Black rich people aren't going to save anything. You know what is? Community.
And we yearn for community. We yearn for the Black community to be united and loving again. We always talk about it. I just want to see the Black community do better. Then you have to reject the things that capitalism reinforces. You have to reject individualism. Individualism also makes you a hyper consumer. You done made all this money for yourself, but you ain't got nobody around you. So now it's just about adorning yourself. Now it's just about Instagram. Taking nice pictures and nice clothes. Ain't nothing wrong with having nice things, but it can't measure up to the value of community. Can't measure up to the value of actually feeling loved and embraced. And we could create that. A lot of us have toxic households that we go away from. And if we had a real community amongst one another, because of our shared experience and because of the culture that we have created, in spite of all of this oppression, you wouldn't have this need to buy, purchase, because you would be fulfilled and sustained by the love that you receive. You would have more of a philanthropic heart. You would say, how can I help my community with these extras? How can I?
I'm with him on that. I gotta get me a FUBU hoodie like that. I gotta put it back on the FUBU, man. But yeah, let me
help my community with these skills. How many of y'all are taking a day out of the quarter and giving out free haircuts? How many of y'all are taking a day out the quarter and doing braids for free? How many of y'all are taking a day during the summer before the little girls go back to school and saying, hey, today we braid the little girls' hair for free so they can look good when they go back to school? Taking a burden off their parents. How many of y'all are doing anything where y'all think about something other than yourself. And if you're not, you're a hyper capitalist. Because you're rejecting community. Because it ain't never crossed your mind to be communal. You looking at back to school as a lick. Oh shit, back to school coming. You done made more money than you gonna make. How about you go for the less fortunate people that can't afford it? How about you take a burden off these mamas? It's a thing about being thoughtful. There's a thoughtfulness that comes with this. And it's not hard to be thoughtful. But when you live in a system that reinforces selfishness and individualism, there ain't nothing to think about but yourself. Shit, if I do these 3 heads, I can go get them new, what you call it? I can go get the new. And then there's this idea of like having haters, wanting people to hate on you. It's odd. It's weird. Manufactured jealousy, manufacturing envy, and it's all in your head.
Capitalism is not going to save us. Community is the way. I hope y'all enjoyed this video though. Let me know your thoughts. Making money is fine, but don't let that be y'all identity. Also, man, I just want to say I appreciate.
So I learned something with this. That's how Oakland used to be before the crack endemic. So he put capitalism ain't the issue, it's the greed. Yes, the greed, but capitalism can hide. Like you can be a capitalist and you don't know what's going on because you're just setting up shop so many places and people need it. People need food. So you can have like McDonald's, you can give people food that's not good for their health, but it's so cheap in price, you know what I mean, that the poor people can afford it. So it's like capitalists and greed go hand in hand, bro. You know, at some point you're gonna have to, because the game is you will go out of business if you don't find a way, you know, to stay in. Now, I'm a capitalist. I get money with, you know, water treatment, but I also market myself as a small business that, you know, got the best price for the best equipment with the best warranty. So it's like I feel like I'm saving people from the big business. I'm saving people from the big boy capitalists. Because if I don't challenge them, you know, they're gonna be able to run it up. So it's like I can see both ways. I learned a lot from understanding what the capitalists and community, but it's crazy. There is a such thing as a black community anymore. There isn't a such thing as a black community anymore. It is, man. It is. It's just not marketed, bro. It's like we think that the things that we see, because we getting marketed so much other stuff that we don't, out of sight, out of mind. If you don't see it on an everyday basis, or you're not in the communities, or you don't know what's going on, it's like you think something is not there. You know what I mean? It's like how women say, man, where are all the good men? There are no more good men out here. And it's like, what happened to the 5 dudes you was with? You know, you was with 5 dudes, and you know what I mean? All good men, but you look at them as bad. So it's like, I think it is black communities out here, bro, but I can name some, bro, that's really doing their thing. Like, it's some communities out there in North Carolina, bro, that's doing their thing, getting money, coming together. Texas got some black communities that's thriving. Like, I'm gonna have to do a video on that, bro. We got some communities out here that's thriving for real, for real. Black communities too. So, yeah, man, it ain't all gloom and doom, man. It's definitely something going on. Y'all about Campbell's soup, 3D printed meat for poor people. Yeah, man, that 3D meat, man. I think that the meat already been fake, to be real. I think that chicken. You ever notice that? I need to get one of them 3D printers though, because I want to be able to manufacture stuff. The black community is like spots on a Dalmatian. Close but can't come together. Yeah. They out there though. What I'm saying is they definitely out there. But they get overshadowed. But yeah, them 3D printers that can make houses and stuff. It's a lot of stuff that's going on with them 3D printer. Yeah, you saying by the definition of a community. So what you think about, let me ask you this. The Aboriginals. So what about in Australia, in the Philippines, you got Aboriginal people that have a community. You got tribes of people that still got their tribe. Do you feel like that's community? Like I can show you an example. Is this community?
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44.
Brother, nice to meet you. So, I'm here, what's your name again?
Makata, Bruce Shillingsworth.
I'm here with Makata, and today, it's early in the morning, and we're on our way. Where are we on our way to? The land?
We're going to give you a smoking ceremony first, which cleanses the spirit before we go out on country.
Right.
And then we'll be traveling inland about 1,000 kilometers.
So in order to go to this place, you have to cleanse your negative and all the negative energy and everything before you enter. So right now, they're going to do a ceremony to clean the spirit, to clean the negativity. And then from there on, we're going to take a road trip down to the name of the place is called?
The community's in Ganya, but it's Bajadi Moriwari country.
Moriwari country. Got it. All right, let's roll.
Yeah, well, she over in Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah. I always cross, every time I get in the car, I always go on the wrong side because the steering wheel is on the passenger side for us. So I was getting on that side. He's like, get on over to the other side, brother. This is the driver's side. So yeah, we're on our way to do this spiritual cleansing, and from there on, I'm actually excited about this, man.
Let me go to the editing side.
We got edited.
Yeah, that's Oscar Caney, kid, isn't it? Yeah. Dead spirit we bless the Father.
My point is, y'all.
There with your name.
Who's there with your name?
Your name.
Janelle.
In Walgett.
What? Lisa.
And Lisa. You know.
My point is, right, it's communities, right? You agree? You put hell no there. My point is that it's still communities that they gotta stick together. They all they got, you know what I mean? So it's like, I think when you get over here in America, you kind of lose sight on like it's still communities. Legit, they're smoking unfiltered cigarettes. But I'm saying any Aboriginal place, you know what I mean? That here is a more, let me show y'all, but where they had them, where they was like, here they go, like the Aboriginal people here.
After I left the Navy and returned to Australia, I said I really want to know more about my own culture. I worked for an Indigenous newspaper called the Koori Mail, and photographing and collecting stories.
You need to survive and thrive.
We have a lot of people out there that are doing incredible jobs to document our culture on a regional or even on a small tribal level. But I'm one of the very few that's had the opportunity to go out constantly to all our communities and record our history. I would estimate I've traveled.
I'm pretty sure these communities got their own like hospitals, banks, farms, you know what I'm saying? But
to between 300 to 400 different communities in my time. That's just within Australia. And I've probably visited a lot of those communities, anything from 20 to 30 times. Permission is everything in my role as a storyteller. The community know me, and I have a certain protocol that when I do come into a community, they know that I'm there, they know why I'm there, and they know where their images or where their stories will be. When I'm allowed to capture and document and then on-share that to the different nations, it's such a sense of pride and it's such a sense of achievement.
So this is the only way where we see where it's people that's, in my opinion, where it's a real community, man. Where it's like it ain't no capitalist going on at all. But yeah, man, that's what I have for y'all today, man. Stream, but shout out to Trev, man. Doge called dog. Community. But I learned a lot on this live, though. I learned that Marxist, far left. Ain't nothing wrong with that. By definition, in America, we have neighborhoods. Yeah. For real. Eating blood type is more important than veganism. Complexities. Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate y'all, bro, tapping in, man. All right, but I'm gonna catch y'all, man, on the next one, man. Rest easy, man. I'm gonna let y'all tomorrow. I've been liking this live, so I'm gonna probably go live tomorrow. Put a little on the microphone. For real. I need to, but man, let me get up. But I'm gonna be going live, man. I'm gonna pick out something tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday. Y'all know I ain't celebrating the pagan, but I gotta see the fam. But salute, man. Salute Kyle, Dode, Trail. Shout out to my boy Jarvis, man. He got me with the Malcolm X shirt. But right on Water God TV. But yeah, man, salute, brother, man. I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow, bro. We're gonna be on here live, man. I've been digging this live. I ain't even been checking on the regular videos lately. So make sure y'all hit that like button for me, man. Push me on the algorithm. Make sure y'all shop with our black businesses, man. Especially for Black Friday. Don't spend with them big companies, man. But man, love and appreciate y'all, bro. I'll catch y'all on the next one.